The Charlotte Flair segment on this show was absolutely maddening, and a great example of why Charlotte gets so much shit from people, whether it's her fault or not. When she's booked in segments like this that play out in this way, this is one of the many reasons that she gets shit from a lot of people on social media. And Toni Storm came out to interrupt after Charlotte was being interviewed by Michael Cole first about her loss to Becky Lynch at Survivor Series. Here comes Toni Storm. And I thought, that's good. Consistency. They didn't forget about her this time. By the end of this, I wish they had forgotten about her. She says she still wants a match with Charlotte for the Smackdown Women's Championship. Charlotte admitted she barely even knew that Toni existed. She said there are levels to this, what we do, and I am simply on another level from you and everybody else. Charlotte went for a cheap shot. Toni sent her through the ropes out to the floor. So on the floor, they had a table set up for the previous match, which involved Rick Boogs, and they were doing some stuff with him and Nakamura and Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. But there was a table that was untouched that was still sitting outside that had Thanksgiving leftovers. They had a giant turkey, they had pies, they had all kinds of stuff on this table, laid out there. Charlotte's on the floor, standing there, and she's motioning to Toni Storm, come on out here, come on after me. So Toni Storm goes and heads outside to go after her, and Charlotte pies her right in the face. Literally pie faces her. So now Toni has white frosting all over her. It's on her jacket, it's on her face, it's in her hair. And she just stands there. Charlotte, who went to go leave, walks back over to Toni Storm while motioning for Toni again to come at her. But instead of attacking her, Toni just slowly walks forward towards her so that Charlotte can grab a second pie and smash it right in her face. She hit this woman with not one but two pies to the face. And all Toni Storm could do was stand there and do absolutely nothing. They played Charlotte's music and she left. That was it. Toni Storm looked like she was about to start crying. She looked like the little kid on the playground who got bullied and was about to just start bawling her eyes out. This company has absolutely no clue how to book babyfaces. I've never seen anything like it before. They are completely, utterly clueless. Now, maybe they didn't want to give away her comeback on the same show. Maybe, she's going to hatch her own plan for revenge next week. It is an episodic show. Maybe they don't want to give it all away in 1 week. That still does not explain why she was booked to stand there, take two pies to the face, without even so much as lifting a hand to try to strike back. Or reaching for something else on the table and trying to throw it in her face. She just stood there like a moron. She stood there like such a loser. Any other week, this would have been the stupidest thing I saw, but it happened in the same week that Vince McMahon walked on my television screen with a golden egg. So it was only the second stupidest thing I saw all week. And then on Talking Smack, they interviewed Toni in the back after she wiped all the pie shit off her face, and this is what she had to say about what happened. She said, "Needless to say, I am in Charlotte's head now." Are you kidding me? Needless to say, I am in Charlotte's head now. She didn't have to do this. She could have just walked away. But no, she stayed and she embarrassed me. But you know what? Here's some Toni Storm trivia for you. I actually don't get embarrassed. Well, maybe you should. She says, I don't get embarrassed, but do you know what's going to be embarrassing? It's her when I take her Smackdown Women's Championship. So the takeaway from all of this is that by standing there and taking two pies to the face, Toni Storm is now in Charlotte Flair's head. That's like the gunshot victim taking two bullets, one to each cheek, and laying on the ground and going, I'm in their head now. Yeah, so are the bullets that are in yours, you fucking moron. I'm in Charlotte's head now. That's her explanation for this. Oh, the creative writers. Hard at work. We talk about Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard and the powers that be in this company, and how awful their creative decisions are, generally speaking. And it's not the writers' fault, because the writers are probably pitching all of these great ideas, but they're just getting rejected. They just never see the light of day. And I'm sure that's true in certain situations. I think it is time to start calling out the creative team for their dumb shit as well. They don't get a pass. I don't believe that every good idea they pitch is simply rejected and we only see the bad ones. There's a lot of bad ones coming out of that creative team. I don't know how big the team is these days on each show, if it's 10, 15, 20, 25 people, who the fuck knows. However many people there are, this shit sucks. And they deserve as much scorn as Vince and Bruce and everybody else who's in a position of power in that company for putting this kind of shit out there and scripting this kind of garbage. They deserve to be called out every bit as much. You know, I got upset about them debuting Toni Storm in July and then not putting her on television for months. I was wondering, where is she? Where did she go? And then I see them do this and I wish that she would have stayed forgotten.